Okay, well, I guess we'll just get back to business then. Did you put a call into Mr. Vreeland?
You know, I'm not going to discuss business until you take me down to the beach with my teeny-weeny bikini and make some decent tan lines. Or not, as the case may be.
Wait a minute. What happened to, you know, business before
come on.
play? Oh, okay. I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. How's this? If Cassie and Richard will excuse us for just a minute, we will go do some business, and then we will act like tourists. How's that
Okay.
sound? Okay.
Bye.
See you in a bit.
Okay.
Hey, that's what she has in her bag, her teeny-weeny bikini. Gross.
I figure we'll give Reva and Noah the red carpeted treatment, you know, really go all out for them. And I thought the beheading went well today as well.
What?
The beheading. Darling, I'm talking about your sister and Noah and her vacation. Oh, hang on, don't tell me. Of course. She's obsessed with this Harbor project as well.
She has her own reasons. Look, if Lewis Construction is involved in some kind of corruption...
I cannot believe that Josh would be involved in anything like this.
No, not Josh. But Olivia is a different story.
So I'm going to want to meet with all of our subcontractors while I'm here. We're going to have to import some extra
Damn it,
stone
Cassie,
to finish
stop
the
looking
project,
over here.
and that's going to cost more money. So
It's like she can smell the cash in his bag.
I don't want him blindsided by.
I have to get this payoff
added
money to Vreeland before
expenditures.
Josh
I'll
gets
just let that
suspicious.
Olivia, hello.
What?
You'll set up that meeting for me?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Whatever time is good for Vreeland. Sooner the better. Well, I'll tell you what, I am now officially thrilled to pieces to be a part of this project, especially now that Edmund is not involved, because I don't feel so much like I'm compromising my principles. And I don't know that I've said this enough, but I very much appreciate all the hard work you put into this to make it happen.
I have worked hard, Josh, and I need a break. So what do you say you and I and my teeny tiny bikini go down to the beach and have some fun in the sun?
Well, that sounds great. Right after we meet with Mr. Vreeland. Okay?
I'm glad you're still here. We have a problem.
Yes, I know. Half the council is supporting Vreeland for president, and you're not pleased. Dax, to borrow an expression from Tammy, you really must learn to chill out about this sort of thing.
Someone in Vreeland's campaign slipped me a draft of a press release they're preparing.
Really, go ahead, because I would like to ask Olivia just a few more questions.
Oh, dear.
See if I get the palace.
Be careful.
Hello.
Hi there.
Is the seat taken?
Well, it is now.
Josh,
That's
I'll
all
get
right,
it.
I got it. Oh, man.
Well, I just wanted to ask you a few more questions about your dealings with Mr. Vreeland.
So when I meet with Mr. Vreeland, I will tell him that we're working with you on the Lewis Construction Financial, okay?
When will that be?
Well, hopefully later today.
Great. Thank you so much for your cooperation, Josh, really.
We have nothing to hide.
Okay. I guess I'll see you guys later.
Okay. You know, I get the impression you don't want me to meet with Mr. Vreeland. Why is that?
Because he's a very shy man. He's not really a people person, and for some weird reason, he gets very nervous around Americans, especially successful, handsome Americans.
You think he'll be intimidated by me?
Yeah,
Oh,
too.
man. Wait until he meets Billy.
You're just not going to take no for an answer, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of your many charms under certain circumstances.
What are those?
That bikini?
Hmm?
Did I happen to mention it's crochet? Oh, the ocean felt like a bathtub.
Yeah, just more people, don't you think? Not quite as private.
You know, I happen to know of a beach where people
Yes. No, none of that. Now, if I get distracted, I'm going to put off my meeting with Peter Vreeland indefinitely.
So what? What's the rush?
Well, you know what the rush is. We're handing over our records to Cassie. I want to make sure we're ready for that. Hi there.
Hi. I'll have a table for you in just a moment.
Great. Thank you. Appreciate that.
You know, that'll give me a minute just to go comb my hair.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Mr. Vreeland. I'll be with you right away.
Thank you.
Excuse me. You're Peter Vreeland.
You're Josh Lewis.
Yes, I am. Well, I'll tell you what, for a presidential candidate, you are not an easy man to track down.
Peter, what a surprise. We heard that you were busy with your campaign.
You know, maybe we can kill two birds with one stone here. Why don't you join us for lunch, and then we can do some business. How's that?
Oh.
Why not?
Okay. Three of us, please.
No problem.
After you go. Go ahead.
This Harborside project is falling into place without a hitch.
Well, now that sounds suspicious. I mean, you're shining me on? Is that what you're doing here?
I beg your pardon?
Well, now, I know that my wife here is the pinnacle of efficiency, and she tells me that you can work miracles, but every project has its problems.
Of course. I meant nothing of any consequence. We're on schedule, and I foresee no cost overruns.
Well, that's a good thing.
In fact, I would be pleased to recommend Lewis Construction for any future contracts on the island.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Now, Olivia tells me that you're a straight shooter. Is that right?
I've heard the same about you, yeah.
Well, I hope you won't mind then if I just say this up front. Olivia has handled the initial arrangements on this project because I did not want to work with Edmund for personal reasons.
I understand.
But I'm pretty much a hands-on kind of guy, so from here on in, I want to be involved in everything. And that's no reflection on you or Olivia, but I just feel a personal responsibility to find integrity in anything that has my family's name on it, you understand? Cassie Winslow received an anonymous tip that Lewis Construction had some kind of an under-the-table deal with Edmund.
A competitor causing trouble?
Well, that's possible, but I don't want any hint of anything like that happening on this project. So we are handing over our financial records as is to the Commission on Corruption.
I couldn't agree more.
Really? Well, that was easy. Olivia gave me the impression you wouldn't be happy with that.
I don't like the cloud of suspicion. Let's just get rid of it.
Excellent, excellent. I'm real glad to hear that. But to avoid problems down the road, I want to make sure that you and I have a chance to go over those records before we hand them over.
I'm at your disposal. When I'm not out kissing babies and shaking hands. Give me a call.
I will do that.
All right.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you.
A pleasure, as always, Olivia.
Well, that's it for business. Why don't you tell me about that beach you were talking about earlier?
Yes, I will. I need to run to the ladies' room. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want the money that I brought down here or not?
Silly question.
I don't feel comfortable having it in the hotel safe. Or Josh could go looking for a document or something and open my case by mistake.
All right, I'll set up a handoff and be in touch.
Do it, ASAP.
Don't get your knickers in a twist. Someone has tipped off Cassie Winslow about financial irregularities on the Harborside project.
Is that so? You don't return my calls for weeks. And now you expect me to cry in a beer because you're about to be investigated for stealing my money. Is that it, Vreeland?
It was you.
Running scared, are you?
No, it's you they want, not me.
Well, they'll take what they can get. And I'm out of reach. You won't underestimate me again. Well, on second thought, you won't have the chance. Not from prison. That's what happens when you get greedy.
As greedy as you?
Too bad about the presidency.
It's not over till it's over. By the way, did you know Richard is running against me?
Now that interests me. I'd love to see you thrash him. Perhaps I can be of some help. Of course, cooperation like that doesn't come cheap, especially for greedy princes like me.